Right, hey, how's it going? Thought I'd make a quick video ranting about why I can't stand to use parcel markers anymore. So I got into a discussion with someone on my another video on my channel about parcel markers, and I thought I'd just put this out there to explain why I cannot stand them. I got this a little bit in another video, but I thought I'd make one just about this. Okay, so here we go. So first of all, parcel markers, what are they? Okay, so it's just a piece of paper or plastic thrown in with your mail. So you've got your letter, right? And you just take your parcel marker and boom, there you go. You've got it. So you can check your address underneath there. You see this little pink thing and you're like, oh, that's a parcel. Anyways, so that's what a parcel marker is. You can use different colors for spurs. So I used to use tag board. I use pink tag board for the small ones, and then for the larger ones I use purple. Okay. When your route is all cased, you go through your parcels and you place these things on top of the mail before you pull down. And again, to make mine, I would just buy these pieces of tag board, cut them into little strips, and then for a couple bucks I'd have like about 100 of these. Okay. Other people I've seen, they buy these, plastic folders, a little bit more durable. They cut these into strips. And you can buy them too. You can buy them pre-made from companies, like nice pieces of plastic. But basically it's anything doesn't look like your mail. Some people even use index cards. They just use that. It helps to be brightly colored, but that's what they use. So that's what parcel markers are. That's how you use them. Okay. Double handling. So this is one reason I can't stand them. Okay. So double handling, you have to be by your case to use parcel markers, right? So you have to be by your case because you're putting them into the case. You look at the parcel, you find the address on the case, you put the marker in, and then you got to go and place the package on a cart. Okay. Preferably in somewhat in order, like, this is the beginning of my route, this is the end of my route, whatever, however you do it, but that's what you do. Okay, you're by your case, you're looking at the packages, you're setting them back on the cart, you're marking them in the case, okay? And then you have to do all of that before you load them into your vehicle. So then once that's done, then you gotta wheel them out and load them into your vehicle, handle them again. Do you have enough? So this is another reason I don't like parcel markers. This has happened to me where I think, I have lots of parcel markers, but then, with Amazon, you really never know how many packages you're going to have. You might usually have 100 and now you have 200. You might usually have 200 and now you have 300. With Amazon, you just never know. Okay. And so then you have to get creative, because if you run out of parcel markers, then what are you going to use? You got to find something else in your office that you can use for that day. If you intend on using parcel markers and you run out, maybe you have to cut yours in half or something, but you got to get creative. So don't like that. Here's another thing. So when I started taking GPS on the site, especially, I ran into this where, does the address even have mail? So they might have a package, but no mail. So then what you have to do is you have to take the parcel marker. You've got to write the address or something on there, or, if you're using plastic ones, maybe you take a sticky note, write the address on that and stick it to the parcel marker. You got to do something, because that address doesn't have mail, but they have a package. Okay. And then, oh yeah, they have a parcel. That's another thing I can't stand about these things is you really don't know that an address has a package until you're looking at the mail for that address. And you're driving along and you're delivering the mail, and then you look down, you're like, oh, they got a package, So maybe you've already passed the driveway, whatever. So it's, yeah. You might have missed that golden opportunity to drop off this package. So on every route in my office, there's a place like this where maybe you could have delivered the package more easily if you had known about it before you're looking at their mail. For example, on the route I have now, there's an apartment complex. So sometimes, you drive past the apartment building before you get to the set of mailboxes. And I know there are creative ways. You can do something different. You can use parcel markers for the rest of your route and just do something different for the apartments. I get that, but that's one area where parcel markers don't really work that well, apartment complexes. Also, there's like this bar on my route where it's on the corner. So I pass by them on the corner, okay, and their address, their residence that's attached to the bar is right there. I pass right by it. And then I go deliver a bunch of stuff. And then I come back and their mailbox is across the street on the other side, on the other road. And that's where I deliver their mail. So if I was using parcel markers for them, I'd pass by the perfect spot to drop off the packages, go deliver a bunch of stuff. And then when I get to their mailbox, I'd have to, either drive back around to that address or I'd have to get out and walk across the street. It's just not super convenient. And then every route I've been on, there's an address like that where parcel markers don't work well. There's another route in Grafton where you drive past all the even addresses. It's a dead end road. You go to a turnaround, okay, and then you come back and deliver the mail on the other side. So if you had a package for the even number addresses, it'd be much easier to deliver them as you're heading towards the end of the road than while you're delivering the mail on the way back, right? And so there's just always little instances like that where it'd be better to know about the package before you get to the mailbox, right? And then there's this problem. If your parcel markers don't stand out, or if you just get distracted, right, whatever, you're not paying attention, you might accidentally deliver these things with the mail. So instead of delivering the packages, they get a little piece of paper or plastic in their mail because you missed the parcel marker. I hate that. And then there's the fact of the matter is that once you've delivered the mail, what do you do with the darn things, So it's another thing you got to keep track of. You got to bring it along to the office. You got to have them ready. And then one more thing you have to deal with on the route, It's another thing you got to deal with. Once you've delivered the package, you got to have a little tray or bucket or something to stick these things in. Yeah, just another thing to deal with. So that's really about it for parcel markers. I really don't like them. That's why I write my packages down on a parcel sheet. I know some people just put them in order and do it that way. I think one of those methods is much better than using the parcel markers. It's my opinion. Not saying you shouldn't use them, but those are the reasons I don't. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. You can tell me how wrong I am about these wonderful things called parcel markers, I guess. But yeah, I just hate them.